Yo, what is going on? Okay, so we did a live stream earlier leading up to this. We were kind of in preparation, waiting for a trailer, but they was like, nope, no trailer. We're getting a FEH channel tonight. Okay, so here is the new FEH channel. Now, basically, it was basically like a glorified trailer, I guess you could say, because they explained a lot of things, and they did end up showing off the units that are going to be on the next banner anyway. So we're going to take a look at all the stuff that they showed off. There is quite a lot of very interesting things going on here. We're starting off, of course, with Lif, who, at the time that we saw him in the data mines, we all thought this guy was going to be an ascended hero, but that's actually not the case. He's going to be a brand new type of hero called a ReArmed Hero. So what this means is that, let's see, right here, they're going to show off that you can use these ReArmed Heroes as skill inheritance fodder. And after you do so, you're actually not going to lose the unit from your barracks. So this is a much needed change. Why couldn't they just do this to every character? That's how this should have worked in the first place, right? So you can go ahead and fodder off a unit, but still have them in your barracks and get the skills on another unit. We need this. We need this desperately. We need this so bad, man. Like, the skill inheritance in this game is one of the biggest turnoffs to me. Like, when it comes to whaling, I never summon specifically for skill fodder because I know I'm just going to end up losing the unit, and who knows? In the next couple of months, the skill fodder that I summon to get is probably going to get power crept anyway, so I like to just go for a copy of the new units and just have them on hand. I think it's more valuable to keep the units at the ready as opposed to kill them off for fodder, but that's just me. So having these ReArmed Heroes now, you're going to be able to get some better skill inheritance and still keep the units. That's a very good change. That's really awesome. This guy's weapon being inheritable is also really goddamn interesting because, of course, you guys saw when we fought him on the Tempest trial, his weapon is really good. So his weapon is 16 might, 1 range. It's got -1 special trigger. At the start of combat, if his HP is over 25%, he inflicts attack and defense -6 on the foe during combat, makes a guaranteed follow-up attack, foe can't make a follow-up attack, and inflicts guard on the enemy. So this is just straight up the best inheritable sword right now. I thought the one that we got before from the, what was it, the Flame Banner, I thought that was a really good sword too. The one that does, like, it does a debuff to the enemy's attack and defense based on your raw defense, like 20% of it. So that's a really good sword too, but there's no way it's competing with this, right? So these ReArmed weapons look like they're going to be exactly what older units needed to power themselves up. It's essentially a perf weapon that you can inherit, so that's really good for the older heroes to get. As we see here, Alphonse the Goat is the one getting all of these skills. So watch out for Alphonse, man. He's going to be putting in work with that ReArmed weapon. Not really, but he can hope, right? Hopefully he can get off the bench one of these days. Alright, so also, they have this little icon here that they showed off. This is the icon when you can use them for skill inheritance, and after you've done it once, you're not going to be able to use them for skill inheritance anymore, but you are still going to keep the character in your barracks, which is exactly what we want, so I think this is fine. Also, make sure that you do the skill inheritance before merging, because after you merge, you're not going to be able to use the skill inheritance feature more than one time. So they show it right here. You want to make sure that you inherit your skills first and then go for the merge. Just keep that in mind. Also, they showed that you can refine this weapon as well. You can give it the basic refinements, so you can give it like stat bonuses as well. This is a really goddamn good change that they added here. I can't wait to see more of these arcane weapons or rearmed weapons or whatever you want to call them getting added to all the other weapon types. Because this is going to be really good for older heroes that have been power crept to high hell and they just don't stand a chance in the meta anymore. Okay, so for the ReArmed Heroes celebration, we're going to be getting a bunch of rewards. So login rewards, we get 66 of each flower, and then 66 heroic grails. Pretty cool. Then we're getting 66 coins, 999 dues. That's very good. I know a lot of people are starving for dues, especially after Choose Your Legends 4 got the refines. Then we're getting 16,665 shards. I don't know the significance there. I guess they didn't want to put 666, right? So they didn't want to put the devil's number in there, so they just was like, okay, 665, right? All right, and then we're getting 6 stamina pots as well. Okay, so I believe here we're coming up to the trailer now. So these are going to be the new units added. It's going to be a 3 Hopes themed banner, so R.I.P. the Jugdrill Dream, but I guess we'll have the last laugh soon, right, Jugdrill fans? We're getting that FE4 remake, supposedly. So I can take the L here. We can have a 3 Hopes banner. Why not? It's not like anyone really cares that much about 3 Hopes, right? That game came and went in a flash. There's no one still talking about 3 Hopes. So, unfortunate as it may be, it wasn't really the Warriors game I was expecting it to be. But it is what it is. So, Monica is going to be our first character on this banner. Monica's basically like, I would compare her to Faye from Echoes. Like, you know how Faye is a Yandere, or Yandere for Alm? Monica is basically that, except for Edelgard, right? So Monica's entire life just revolves around Lady Edelgard. Alright, here's her attacking animation. I don't know if they showed off her skills, actually. Yeah, they didn't really show off the skills. There's probably still going to be a trailer tonight anyway, so I'm going to have to keep my eye out. Make sure that we don't miss any information, but here's the next character. This one's going to be Holst, and they announced that Holst is going to be a Grand Hero Battle character, so he's not going to be on the banner, but we're going to be able to play him or play against him on a map and win him as a prize unit. These are going to be his stats. So we got 42 HP. He's got an Oath skill, so I believe, what is that, +5 or is it +6? Something like that. So he's got 67 attack, 46 speed, 35 defense, and 26 res. Pretty solid stat line, and he does have a perf weapon as well. So anytime they give those types of weapons to these Grand Hero battles, it's always good. Although I guess it's a moot point now that we have access to arcane weapons. So those are probably going to be able to certainly pick up the slack for a lot of these older Grand Hero Battle and Tempest Trial sword units, at least, that don't have a perf weapon. So that's going to be really good. He has Attack and Speed Ideal 3 and then Attack and Speed Oath, or I can't remember the different icons for Rouse and Oath, but he has one of those two, Attack and Speed Level 3. So certainly a fair looking Grand Hero Battle character here. I love the background too, by the way, with the like we have Sauron's eye in the background. They're fighting on Middle-earth, apparently. Alright, and then we have Hilda up next. This is going to be 3 Hopes version of Hilda. This is a really uninspired thing, by the way. They decided to make her an Ascended hero, according to what Faye said in the Faye channel here. I don't really see why this needed to be Ascended. Like, it's just literally her outfit from 3 Hopes. They have lost all creativity with the Ascended heroes. They're just straight up releasing canon outfits now as the Ascended heroes. So I think they really dropped the ball with the Ascendeds. But regardless, it is nice to get Hilda in her 3 Hopes outfit here. So hopefully we get more of the 3 Hopes outfits coming soon. Alright, did they show her skill? I can't recall if they showed her stuff. But she is an Ascended hero, of course, so she's probably going to have some good stuff, and she's, of course, going to have the Broccoli Floret when you summon her. And there's Sauron looking down on Garreg Mach Monastery. Okay, and then we have Chez. So both male and female Chez are going to be added to the game. The male Chez is going to be on the banner, and the female Chez is going to be a prize character that you can get by clearing missions. So she's being added here similarly to the way that Tatiana was and Muriel and like all those other prize characters that you cleared missions to get. Guy as well, he was another one of those characters. So basically just do the missions and you get 2 copies of Chez, or summon on the banner and you can get a copy of the male Chez from there. They are also dual, well, the male one is a dual wielding sword and the female Chez is an axe unit for some reason. That's really weird, but I guess it is what it is. So here's going to be the banner. These are the 4 characters on it, and apparently we're going to be able to spark on the banner twice. These are the 2 Chez copies you can get. So here they show the double sparking, right? So you're able to spark for whoever you want. Most likely you're going to spark for Lif and also the Hilda, just to get the unarmed weapon or rearmed weapon and get the broccoli floret there. But it's hard to say before we actually see the kits for the characters. And then Holst's Grand Hero Battle is going to drop on the 17th, so the day right after the banner drops. So pretty exciting. Okay, they also showed off something with Hall of Forms. So we're getting Hall of Forms revivals now. They're going to be bringing back some of the old rounds of Hall of Forms, similar to how they do those banner revivals, where they bring back an old banner and bring back the Forging Bonds, and everyone can spark on the banner. They're going to be doing that to Hall of Forms now, so if you skipped out on a Hall of Forms character that you might have wanted to use your Form of Soul on, well, you're about to get another chance at that. And on top of this, there's also going to be access to the brand new skills now. So we saw Attack Smoke 4 there, we got Speed and Defense Solo 4, we have Flow Flight, like all of the skills that are up to date in Hall of Forms are going to be available here. So older units that may have missed out on something good, you're going to have a second chance to get them with the good stuff. So that's really awesome. They're also going to bring back a banner with all of the characters on the Form of Souls or Hall of Forms round revival. So if you wanted to summon, you're going to be able to have a chance to get the units that way. Kind of weird though. Like, why TMS? Why is this going to be the first revival? Is it because these are the only TMS characters? What are they hinting at, another TMS banner? I don't know. That would be something though, because I think TMS deserves another banner by this point, but we'll see. They kind of messed up when they made TMS be one of the optional games for some of the limited things. Like, I think TMS can show up in Resonant battles as one of the titles, so that's really awkward when there's only 4 characters available. And there's going to be an addition to Binding Worlds here where you can basically check the records and see all of the characters that helped you out along the way. And you can also send friend requests to those units, so pretty good. And then finally, in Summoner Duels, we're getting updates to Favor Battles. We're getting a sort of a bonus period where you can gain more favor for doing fights. I believe it's an extra 10 favor during the period. So basically on the weekends when we have double SP and double experience, you're going to be able to also grind up Favor Battle rank there. So pretty cool. Not that I play Favor Battles anymore, but I mean, maybe one day I'll hop back in and mess around in that mode. You can also play with a new rule too, no support. I wonder what that means, no support. Does that mean like no save skills as well? Are save skills counted as being support? And like, I know Niffle has Domain of Ice and Asker has his support, so what is this? Going to turn off all supports for characters? That would be pretty fire, honestly, like playing in Summoner Duels without supports. But we'll see. I don't really know exactly if that's what that means, but there you guys go. So that pretty much covers us for this update here. Let me know what you guys think of the new ReArmed Heroes. I know Lif was like, he garnered a ton of praise just from the artwork and the character. Lif, he's a very popular OC from the game, so I think he was a great choice to go with for the first option of this. So that's all for today, guys. I'm going to go check if there's an actual trailer up now, but we'll have to see. So that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll catch y'all again on the flip side.